Hey guys, TSL here, back with a brand new video. In today's video, we will be doing quite a bit of stuff. So the first thing I want to do is add animations to our tools, and then probably make the psychic, do the thing that, makes it go up by itself instead of clicking. I will not be making the animations in this video. I don't think you guys want to see me make animations because you're going to watch me struggle to make terrible animations. I can't really help you with that anyways, and I would just waste time. So I'm going to use some animations that I already made before for my version of the game, which is kind of close to being done. Hopefully I could get it out eventually. So let's start off with our psychic tool. So we're going to go into our training tool, and let's just get what we need to do our animations. So let's zoom in for you guys. And then here, alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to say local unequip gone for connection is equal to nil. Our meditate anim track and character will all start off as nil. Next, we're going to want to have a function. This is going to be in on equip, and we're going to set our character equal to player. So first we'd obviously need to get our player, so local players local players do with game colon get service players, and our local player is going to be equal to players dot local player. Character is going to be equal to player dot character, and if our character is null, then we should exit out this function because they should not be using the tool while they're dead. Okay, so here we'll get our humanoid, and this is going to be character colon await for child humanoid, and our local animator is character colon wait for child animator. Say our meditate anim is going to be instance.new animation, and we could just do this up here. I'm not sure why we didn't do that. And then we'll say so we could get rid of that. We'll do dot animation ID is equal to rbx asset ID colon / and then here you will put in your animation ID. This is the one for mine, and you shouldn't be able to use this in your game because a while back Roblox made it so that you can only use animations made by you. So hopefully it'll still work here. I did make these, so yeah, let's see. Anyways, our meditate anim track will become our animator colon load animation, and our animation will be our meditate anim, and our meditate anim track dot priority is equal to enum dot priority or animation priority dot action 2, and it should be equals, not minus. And meditate anim track dot looped is equal to true. Okay, so then here what we're gonna just want to do is actually play the animation. So colon play, and our character dot primary part dot anchored is equal to true. This will stop the player from being able to move. And then here is the part where we will actually count or add to our animation by itself, right? This will be our, we'll paste this here, and if tool dot parent colon is actually what we could do is repeat this until our tool, so script dot parent, which is the tool, dot parent is equal or is a backpack. Alright, so while our tool is not in the backpack, so aka while it is equipped, we will run this, and then it will automatically break once it is unequipped. Okay, cool. So now we're just going to want to have a very simple function for when we unequip, local function on unequip. Remove the extra parenthesis. Our meditate anim track colon stop. Our meditate anim track dot looped equals false. And our character colon wait for child, or actually character dot primary part dot anchored equals to false. And we can actually grab this. I think we could grab this and just paste that over here. Just like that. Or actually, no, this we will need to create here. Never mind. Okay. Alright, so now instead of having an activated event, we want an equipped event for on equip, and then we will want a unequip. Okay, so now, yeah, let's just test this out real quick and see if our psychic thing is doing psychic tool things. So if we go ahead and click 3, does not look like it's doing psychic tool things. Okay, infinite yield possible on. Okay, so it is looking like in our train script, we're doing character instead of humanoid. Okay, so now it's doing humanoid, or it's doing psychic like things. You can see it's going up automatically. And if I just go here real quick and okay, apparently I can't do that. Oh, okay. I'm a little dumb. We need to go to our player GUI and okay, as you see, we are in our animation. I'm pressing W and I cannot move. And yeah, if we just enable this again, it is going up by itself. If I unequip the tool, I can walk again. And if I upgrade, you can see it's going up by more this time. Now it's going up by 4. Still going up by 4 because I did not have enough money. But if we go over here, now we should go up by 8, which as you see does work. And if we exit, it should go back up by 4 again. Okay, so the only thing right now is since we're anchoring, this kind of happens if you do it while you're running. Yep. Alright, so actually I think if we set the priority to action 4, this might fix that. Anyways, let's just check that out real quick and then we want to move on. So if we go to our player GUI real quick, no, okay, that doesn't do anything. Anyways, that's fine, we can leave it as that anyways. So the next thing I want to do in this video is make our auto tick for endurance. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so if we go ahead and we go to our remote events handler script, we could just minimize that, and then over here we're going to want for underscore comma zone in our undo zones colon get children, and then up here we will make a local undo zones is equal to workspace dot, what did we call them, training zones, right? Dot undo zones. We will want to set up a touched event, and we'll get our player. Let's get our player service. What the heck? Players equal to players colon get player from character. Hit dot parent or players colon get player from character hit dot parent dot parent. Okay, so if our player is found, then what we want to do is check if not player, or what am I doing? If not player in undo zone plr.user ID, then up here we will make a plr in undo zone. If they're not in a undo zone, then we want to state that they are. So plr.user ID is equal to true. We'll get our character, and if we do not find the character, then we want to exit out because they should not be using this while dead. So here we'll spawn in a task.spawn, so a new thread, and we'll have a function. We'll get a local underscore comma in usable zone is going to be equal to helpers dot is in usable zone, and we will pass in our player and our endurance. If they are in a usable zone, then we just want to, add to their endurance, right? Because that's how the endurance zones here work. So if in usable zone, then we will repeat a task dot wait 1. So every second we want to call our remote event or our remote handlers push up function and pass in our player. I know this looks kind of weird, but this is getting the function, and then this is calling it passing in the player argument, and we want to keep repeating this until our player is no longer in the undo zone. So player dot user ID equals false, or character dot humanoid colon get state is equal to enum dot humanoid state dot dead. Okay, so whichever happens first, if they exit the zone or drop dead in the zone, doesn't really matter. So then we will have an else here, and player in undo zone player dot user ID equals false. And I just want to open up the helper functions real quick and bring you to is in usable zone. You see we are passing in the zone multi and hit a zone, but all we care about is hit a zone, which is why we have this underscore where zone multi would be. So this, I think, should be all we need to get those zones, actually running. or automatically doing stuff, but for that we would actually need to get to, well, 100 thingies, right? It shouldn't work right now. Okay, it's not working right now, and it's still only giving us 4. So if we go here, let's just get up to 100 real quick. Okay, we have hit 100, so we're going to step into the zone, and we are doing it. Just to prove it, I have unequipped the tool, and you could see it is going up by 8 every time because we have a 4 multiplier. And then the times 2 multiplier from the zone, and yeah, it is automatically doing it, so that's cool. Anyways, let's I guess we should just finish off the video by adding our animations for our strength and for our endurance. So it's going to be a similar thing as with the psychic, except actually it'll be a little bit different. So let's start off. Okay, so I actually have the code for my punch anims already made, and I'm just going to copy that over because it is quite a lot to write out actually. And then I'll just explain it. Okay, so if we go into our punch here, I'm going to paste this in and then go script.parent dot equipped connect on tool equipped, and then we will delete that. So first things we'll need is our local players and our local player is equal to players.localPlayer. Then we can delete this. This will be changed to sEvents.strength or .punch. Nope, not that one. .punch. We will want to have a local tool equal to script.parent and a local debounce equals false. And we also need a activated con. Okay, so let's go over this real quick. So starting off, we have our function that is called onToolEquipped, and this will be fired when we equip our tool. We will get the character, pretty simple so far, and then we'll get the human node and the animator. So nothing different from our psychic tool yet. But we actually have 2 separate animations for our punching because one is for the right hand and one is for the left hand. I highlighted this for left hand. I'm not sure if that one's actually for left hand. I don't know at this point, but I'm assuming it might be. Anyways, so this is the animation ID for the first hand, and this is all the properties, so we want it to be of the action type. We could do action 4 just like we did for the other animations. By the other ones, I mean the psychic one. And this one, unlike the psychic one, won't be looped because we just want to do one punch and not keep punching. So yeah, we did that one because we want to keep meditating. And I did adjust the speed for this one, and I think that was just because I don't exactly remember why, but I probably did it for some reason, or maybe not. Anyways, we have our local next animation to play will be the punch 1 animation track for now. And the reason for that is we have a function called next anim, and that will basically change it to the animation to play next to the actual next animation to play. So the first time we call it, it will anim to play next will be punch 1 animation. So then this will change to punch 2 animation, which is the actual next track that we play, if that makes sense. And then if it's 2, then it'll just change to 1, right? That's just so that we alternate hands every punch, right? Then we have a onTool activated function. This is just a little debounce here. I'm sure you've seen these before. We will just play the animation that we're supposed to be playing, and then we will call our next anim. So this is why this starts off as 1, because we play this one, then we change it, this becomes 2, and then we call our punch event, right? And this punch event, well, you know what it does, so I'm not even going to explain it. And then we just do our little debounce. This is our connection, right? So we are checking if our activated connection is currently connected, and if it is, then we want to disconnect it, and then after that we want to set the connection equal to the new connection of our tool.activated connection with our onTool activated function that has a typo in it, which is always nice. Activated. I don't even know how I messed it up that badly. Yeah, but I did. And I'm just going to leave it like that for now. So the reason for this is because when we equip our tool, we connect this, right? This is in the onTool equip function. But when we unequip the tool, we don't connect it. So that means every time we equip the tool, we would be reconnecting this, and then we'd have like a bajillion connections. Which, yeah, that wouldn't create the greatest results. So we just want to disconnect it if it's connected already every time we reconnect it. Alright, so that's how we make the animations for our punch, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty similar for our push-up. Okay, so by I'm pretty sure I mean it's going to be practically the exact same, except a little bit simpler. So we're going to change this to equip, on tool equipped. We're going to get our variables from last time that we had to add in, like this. And what else do we need? All of this. So the only difference that makes this a little bit simpler, actually never mind, nothing's really, actually it is a little simpler, right? We also need this, I guess. We need an unequipped and an activated connection. So here is the push-up animation. This is like you actually doing the push-up, right? Everything before that is the same. So this is also, let's just make this 4, keep everything consistent. Actually, this should be, okay, so this could be 4, and then this one could be 3. It has to be lower than this one. So anyways, this is the one where you're actually doing the push-up, right? Yeah, pretty simple. Basically, we've done this a bajillion times already. This one, practically the same thing, but as you can see in the name right here, this is the idle animation. So basically, you're just going to be sitting in push-up pose until you actually do the push-up animation. The reason the priority has to be 1 lower is because this has to override this, right? You want the push-up animation to override the idle animation, just in case. This one will be looped because you just want to stay in the push-up position forever until, well, you do the push-up or until you unequip. So push-up event should be changed to sEvents.pushUp. And then I think that's basically it. Oh yeah, we're anchoring our humanoid report again for this one. So we could just do the same thing that we did in our psychic tool, and we could just do character.primary part. And then basically here, when we activate our tool, so when we click on it, we just want to like fire the push-up event, obviously, set the debounce, and then play the actual push-up animation. And then, you know, set our debounce back. And then when we unequip the tool, we just want to stop like doing the idle animation. So we want to stop doing the idle animation. And then here we could just do character.primary part again. Alright, so then this is the exact same thing that I was talking about last time. Every time, well actually this time we could have done it a little different. We could have just disconnected it in this function, but honestly it is just fine. Like I said, it's to avoid all of that epic having your function run 7 times when you click once. Yeah, so anyways, now that we have this settled, all of our animations should be in place, hopefully. I'm just going to hide this GUI real quick. Okay, so let's go here, do a punch, you could see our amazing punch, and it is alternating hands every time. And I can't spam it, that's why the debounces are there. And then for our push-up, this is the idle animation I was talking about, and then the actual push-up. I think this is the only animation that looks decent. Okay, and then you saw the psychic before. And I also cannot move when I'm doing the push-up. You can still hear the walking noise, it is kind of odd. Anyways, you can still walk while doing the punches, and everything should be working fine. If we do this, then yeah, we see we have our stats there. Alright, so this video has been long enough, and I think we're going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment down below what you want to see in the next part of this series. Yes, I am aware we will have to make the endurance take some health from you. That shouldn't take too long. We could do that in the next one if you guys want. But just comment down below what you want to see in the next one, and I might do it. Alright guys, see you.